Hello and welcome to my project. This is chapter 12, and today I think what I'm going to do is see if I can get some emeralds. Why do I want emeralds? Well, the answer to that once again lies in our Tinker's Construct book. If you remember, we talked about all the different modifiers you can add to your tools and weapons. One of the modifiers is called Silky. And what Silky does is it gives you the equivalent of the Silk Touch enchantment. What does it do? It allows blocks to be harvested directly. What does that mean? Well, sometimes that can be a little bit hard to explain. But in order to get this Silky, I need to... this actually recipe that's depicted here in the book is a bit out of date. Let's go ahead and put the book back. I don't need it anymore. Instead, if I look here, I need to have string around either aluminum brass or a gold ingot, which will get me a piece of silky cloth. 4 of those surrounding a block of emerald, and a block of emerald is made with 9 emeralds, will give me this silky jewel. Now, Silk Touch. What does Silk Touch do? As it said, it allows you to harvest the block directly. It's kind of hard to show you. Once I have a pick made with Silky, I will be able to show you better. But basically, when you're mining, there are, for example, there is coal ore. And when you mine coal ore, you get coal. But if you had a pick with Silk Touch or Silky on it, you would get coal ore. You get the direct block as opposed to what you get when you mine it. So again, like I said, it's can be a little bit hard to understand without seeing it. The reason that I want the Silk Touch or the Silky modifier is actually because of this, the stone. See, what happens is, oh, there's clay here. Can't believe I forgot that. I'm going to get that clay, and I'm going to get this salt, because we can always use more of those things. Sorry for the tangent. Alright. So, I don't have any torches. Darn. Okay. So, here's what I'm doing. This is stone, and when I mine it, what I get is cobblestone. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm going down and I'm digging up this stone and I'm getting cobblestone. So I take this back to my base and I put it into a furnace where I cook it up, and when you cook cobblestone you get stone. The exact thing that I was just digging up. So why am I digging up stone, which becomes cobblestone, and turning it back into stone? Because once I have the stone, I can take that, and if I combine it right, I get stone bricks. And these stone bricks is what I've been making my castle, my base, out of. So, the reason I want an emerald, or I want several emeralds, is to be able to add Silky to a pickaxe, which I can then use to mine the stone and get the stone rather than having it turn into cobblestone. And then I won't have to put cobblestone into a furnace to cook it back into stone, because the Silky will give me the stone directly. And that will at least save me the step of having to furnace all of the cobblestone into stone. So there's 2 ways basically to get emeralds. One is you can mine it. You can dig it out of the ground. It does occur in certain biomes, and I can go looking for those biomes, and then you dig down and you look for them. They're not super rare, but they can sometimes be hard to find. They don't generate in veins of ores where there are multiples next to each other. It's just one emerald by itself, so it can be fairly easy to miss. The other way to get emeralds is with trading with villagers. And the village that I basically started my series with is still over in that area. And villagers will trade with emeralds. They will sometimes give you emeralds for things, or they will give you things for emeralds. So in the interest of kind of being a little bit more fun, rather than trying to go digging for emeralds, I thought I'd go over to that village and maybe pay them a visit and see if I can't get them to trade with me. And I'll to see if any of them have something easy for me to be able to give them in exchange for emeralds. And so let's head over there and see what happens. Huh. 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 Well, I've been speaking with the villagers and learning their particular dialect, and it does turn out they're a little bit annoyed with me because I took away all of their crops. So I've agreed that I would bring back some of the wheat that I've grown and help them replace their food sources. And they've said that they would be happy to do some trading with me. So let's see what this guy trades here. So you see here, if I had an iron axe and 2 emeralds, he would give me an axe with Unbreaking 2. It's actually a fairly decent trade if I had any emeralds, which I don't. So it's good to know about that guy. But he doesn't have anything that I can that will give me emeralds. What I'm looking for is a villager trade that will allow me to give the villager something, and in exchange, that villager will give me emeralds. So let's go look at some of these other villagers and see what they have to trade. Some of them are kind of stuck in their various homes, so this might be a little more difficult than I thought. We're just going to have to do this. There we go. Hello. Ah, here we go. 11 cooked fish, and he'll give me an emerald. That's not too bad, because all that takes is a little bit of fishing, which is mostly time. Don't necessarily know that I want to spend the time to do nothing but fishing, but at least it's an option that's there, and something for me to consider. Let's see what else we can find. Let's go in this house. What have you got? 4 fake essence crystals will get me an arrow. I don't even know what those are, and I don't need arrows, so that doesn't interest me at all. Is there somebody? There's a guy there. Hey, Leo. What do you trade? 10 gravel and an emerald for 4 flint. Yeah. Gravel is easy to dig up, so that's not all that great of a trade for me either. And let's see if there's anybody else here. So far, the guy who wants fish is the best option. Ah, there's a guy in here. How can I get up to your house, dude? Oh, there you are. Let's take this and put it like so. See, if I had an emerald, he'd give me 7 apples. I don't need that. Okay. Let's go. Oh, this guy's just all over me here. Let's go over here. What do you got? Oh, I remember this guy. He was the one that wanted 44 emeralds for a netherrack block. Yeah, sorry, dude. I can't do anything with that. Oh, that was the same guy from over there. Can be a little bit disconcerting sometimes. The villagers don't have names, and sometimes it's hard for me to remember who I've talked to and who I haven't talked to. But, I don't know that there's many other villagers that I can, talk to in here. So, let me see. Did I go in? I went into this building, right? Let's see. Yes, I talked to that guy. Is there another structure in here? I went into that house. Did I go into that house there? Or let's go over to this little tower type deal. I don't think that the villagers climb up and down ladders, so I don't think there'll be anybody up there. But let's go over to this house. Oh no, this house down here. Is there anybody in there? Can't tell. I'm just gonna dig it out. There is a guy in here. What do you trade? 1 emerald will get me 12 arrows. Again, nothing I can find useful. So it would appear that my only real choice here is the guy that will take 11 cooked fish and give me an emerald. So not a lot of good options there other than that one. Actually, that's my only option. There's another village somewhere off in that direction, which I found by accident, and I think I recorded that in one of my earlier videos. I'm going to go look for that and see what kind of trades are available over there. Coming to a village at nighttime is never a good idea. The residents are locked up in their homes and they certainly don't want to come out, especially when there's danger all around. Holy moly. Go back here, guys. Woo. Come here. Gotcha. Let me get to this zombie here. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. You leave him alone too. Let me in. Let me in. Whew. It's dangerous out there. Okay, what do you got? For an emerald, you'll give me rainbow curry. That's not really a good trade. I can make my own rainbow curry. What about you? 58 emeralds gets a molten obsidian block. That might actually be a nice page to have, I can imagine, but I definitely can't afford it. You! Leave the residents alone! Ow, somebody's shooting at me. Get inside, get inside! Ah, lock it up! What do you got? Oh. 23 pistons for an iron ore berry. No, I don't like that trade. Got you. Whew. Yeah. Oh, look at all the zombies. You, go away. Leave them alone. Oh, creeper in the house. Ooh. What's creeper doing in the house? Creeper disappeared. Oh, he's on the side. Ah, creeper in the house. Creeper in the house. Ah, villager. Oh, scared the crap out of me, man. Whew, let's close that. You're in here with a creeper? Man, you are brave. What do you got? 1 emerald, get me cookies. Okay, that's not very good. Holy moly, these zombies. Now, if I was on hard mode, they would have already broken down that door and be nom-nom-nomming on the residents inside. So, oops. Eat this pie real quick. Man, those guys are loud. Holy crowy. Let's get out some of these babies. Let's use them up since I have them. Pink. Haha. Take that. Take that. Oh, this is really loud. It'll be turned down for you watching, but holy moly. There's so many of them. Look at them all. Yeah. Well, the other thing is I pretty much did see all the residents of this village and none of them have a trade I can use. So at least that's good to know. None of them will give me emeralds for anything simple or useful or whatever. So I'll finish defending these poor villagers. Ooh. Come here, you guys. Ah, oh man. Holy moly. My armor is almost about to be toast. I should have closed that door. Oop, skellies. Skeletons, die. Skeletons, die. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, villagers, you can come back out. It's daytime. Yeah, so unfortunately, the only trade that I got that was even somewhat close to being something usable was the fish. So let's go explore that just a little bit. Okay, so a fishing rod is fairly easy to make. 3 sticks and 2 pieces of string gets you a fishing rod. So once you have that, take it over to a body of water, such as this nice little river we have here. Now, the only key element you need to worry about is wherever you cast out your fishing line to, it can't be over 1 space deep water. It has to be at least 2 space deep water. So basically anything in this area will be considered sufficient. And basically all you do is you kind of watch the bobber sitting there on the water, and I missed it. Basically when you see it dip down under the level of water, under the top surface of the water, you hit the button, and if you're lucky, you will end up catching a fish. There we go, see? And there he is, raw fish. And that guy wanted 11 of those, so we'll sit here and do this 10 more times. Number 9. Number 10. And number 11. Now, if you remember, I actually need a total of 9 emeralds, and that villager would trade me 11 cooked fish. I hope it was cooked fish. I'm going to cook them. He would trade me 11 cooked fish for 1 emerald, which would mean I would need to catch 99 fish in total. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't think I have the patience to sit there and fish 99 times. Maybe I will, but I seriously doubt it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these fish into the cooker, and then I might go do some mining and see if I can find some emeralds. If it turns out that it's just way too difficult to find any, I may give up on it, but I think I want to at least try it because sitting there fishing is just too boring for me. Well, I did some digging around and looking for hopefully some emeralds and had no luck whatsoever. So I thought I would just come back up, take these cooked fish out, and unfortunately it's looking more and more like fishing for 88 more fish. Oh, I just can't imagine the amount of time that's going to take and how boring that's going to be. But that might be the way to go. Anyway, real quick, I'm going to take these 11 cooked fish over to that villager and show you the trading. Okay, here he is. It was the cooked fish. Good, I'm glad I didn't screw that up. Put that there, and the emerald appears there. And now I have an emerald for the 11 fish. When you trade with them, you might see these particle effects come out. Once you perform a trade with a villager, you come across the possibility of unlocking additional types of trades from that villager. So now if I go to him, he's a little bit farther away from me now. Oh, come closer to me. Alright, I have to break out some more of your house here. Am I there now? No? Oh, shoot. Okay. So now I still have 11 fish will get me an emerald, but now 3 emeralds will get me shears. So now this villager has 2 trades. And that's how you unlock additional trades from a villager. Basically, by trading with that villager, you unlock additional possibilities. So, for example, this guy here, he wants 4 of these fake essence crystals for arrows. If I did that one time, then it would open up new additional, or it has the possibility of opening up new additional trade things. And that's one thing you can do, is you can trade constantly with these villagers, and sometimes you'll get trades that'll work out really well for you. Like I said, this guy down here has the trade where an axe and 2 emeralds will get me this Unbreaking 2 axe, which is a fairly decent trade. And if I perform that trade with him one time, then additional trades may open up. They could be worse, they could be better. It's a random system, so you never know what you're going to get. But again, I need... I will need to fish 88 more fish, which I could trade with that guy up there to get 8 more emeralds, which I need. But one thing that also happens is that each trade that a villager has can only be done a certain number of times, and that number of times is random. Basically, each time you perform that particular trade with a villager, there's a chance that that trade will go away. Now, I believe there's a minimum. I think you can do it at least 3 times, and then there's a maximum. You won't be able to do it more than, say, 13 or 15 times. I don't know the exact numbers on that. So, part of my issue with the fish trade guy is if I now go out and fish 88 fish and then come back, and I can only do that trade with him 3 or 4 more times, then those additional fish that I fished up, I can't trade with him to get emeralds. So it's sort of a gamble I take that if I sit there fishing, collecting all those fish, it may be a waste of my time because I can't end up doing the trade with the guy. So I got to tell you honestly, that's kind of keeping me back from wanting to do it. Besides, in addition to the fact that it's just incredibly boring to sit there and fish forever. Anyhow, I've got the first emerald, and I'm going to work on 8 more. And actually, next chapter, I think we're going to start looking at MystCraft, and I will show how MystCraft works and what I can do with it. And if I'm lucky, there may be some possibilities there of possibly finding emeralds in an easier manner. No guarantees, as with anything in this game. But yeah, that's it for this chapter. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.